Shalom, shalom. All praises be to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bishim Kakadash. The bonus to the elders and apostles of Great Most and Ruel. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Get straight into it. And this is about Esau, Cain, Esau. Which, Cain is Esau's previous incarnation. Same spirit, same characteristics. And basically, Cain, Esau is the original crash out, man. Okay. Yeah, the impulsive one, the reckless one, the immoral one, man. The godless one. Anyways, this is Genesis 4, start from the 2. Get straight into it. Start from the top. Cain and Abel. It says, and Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord Yahweh. Cain, meaning a killing instrument. See if we can find it here. There you go, spear or killing instrument, a dagger, knife. Koyan. This means, dagger, knife, or killing instrument, you know, which is very spiritual because it links with Esau and his blessing that he should rule the world, roughly paraphrasing. He shall live by the sword, as it says. Yeah. And not only that, Cain was the first murderer. Anyways, this is, and she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. Which is spiritual because when it mentions Jacob the Esau, says Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents, and it says Esau was a man of the field. So it's quite similar here again. Cain was a tiller of the ground. Okay. Verse 3, and it says, and in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground in offering unto the Lord Yahweh Shemishai. And Abel he also brought, forgive me, and Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof, and of the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. Yeah. Because Abel brought the better offering, man, and they knew they had the oral verbal law, because they had the spirit, the breath, and also they were obviously fathered and taught by their parents, in particular Adam. Yeah, so they had knowledge of the law before the law was written in stone. Okay. But anyways, verse 5. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect, and Cain was very wroth, he was angry, and his countenance fell. Yeah. And that's the start of the or the development of the crash out, man. Getting angry, getting jealous. Yeah. Instead of repenting and doing the right thing, gets angry and jealous and takes it out on Jake. Takes out on his own brother. Yeah, and you see that happening today. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. When he doesn't have things his way, when he feels left out. Yeah. When he's angry, what does he do? He takes it out on foreigners. He takes it out on minorities, and more specifically takes it out on Jake, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics. That's his character. Verse 6, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? Why are you angry? And why is thy countenance fallen? Why are you discouraged? Yeah. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? Yeah. It's very simple. The Most High Yahweh Shimshai is actually very simple. You do what's right and you will get blessed and rewarded, right? And promoted. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Yeah. I'm going to read that part in the NLT to the right. It says, "You will be accepted if you do what is right, but if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at the door, eager to control you." So that's what Esau has allowed to overwhelm him. That wickedness and sin. Yeah, because of his emotions, he became, he becomes impulsive, reckless, and angry. Yeah, merciless. But you must subdue it and be its master. Yeah. But Esau always lets his what do they say in the world? His intrusive thoughts take over him. Yeah. The wicked, negative, intrusive thoughts. May I add. Verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel and his brother, and it came to pass when they were forgive me, slacking. Tired, man. And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. Yeah. So Esau, Cain, Esau, Edom's nature is to unalive, man. He's trigger happy. He likes to unalive people and things. Yeah. That's his first thing to do, man. It's just to see pain in someone, to be oppressive. Verse 9, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, sorry. Am I my brother's keeper? So not only is he impulsive, a murderer, jealous and angry, yeah, he's very cold, lacks sympathy and empathy. And you hear all the time in the real world what happens now, should I say. Esau has no care to the problems of Jake. No matter how much Jake cry out, yeah, he don't care about what has been done to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that has caused um, mega trauma, mega pain, mega oppression. Yeah. But when Edom, has a little taste of his own medicine or starts to feel like neglected in society or some form of little oppression from the elites that Jake have already been experiencing for decades and centuries, now he wants the whole world to feel sorry for him. He wants the whole world to show mercy unto him. Hypocrite, man. Yeah. He said, am I my brother's keeper? You're supposed to be. You're the older brother. Yeah. A good brother protects his younger brother. Just like a good father protects his wife and his children. Okay. In other words, Cain, Esau is the worstest brother you can ever have, man. He's the evil twin brother. Esau. Esau is the twin brother of Jacob. Verse 10, and he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. Esau, Edom, Cain is cursed, man. Yeah, and that's what happens, man. When you commit sin, you commit murder, the shedding of blood in wickedness, you know, especially unalive innocent person. You know, you put curses on yourself when you do wrong and bad and any form of oppression to people that didn't deserve it. You curse yourself, man. And most definitely, if you oppress the righteous seed, you will be cursed, man. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee a strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. The NLT says, from now on you'll be a homeless wanderer on the earth, which is very spiritual because if you notice, that's what Esau has been doing. The so-called Europeans, so-called white people, what are they known for? Um, Invasions, man. Wander around in different countries and continents and oppressing people. Yeah, colonialism, imperialism. Not only that, even like the small hats, which are Edomites, Amalekites. When you look up their history, always getting what was it expelled. That's like if you follow the track record of these small hats, that either Germany, um, was it Turkey, and even like Spain, Portugal. They call it the Sephardic Jays. Then it's like almost everywhere they go, they're just getting expelled, like just pushed away. Like the leaders of those countries are telling them to just f off, leave us alone, go away. You're a nuisance. You're a rodent. You know what I'm saying. So it's spiritual. It links up. Yeah, fugitive and a vagabond. In other words, it said NLT, a homeless wanderer on the earth. Yeah, it's like you have no true home, or nobody wants you around. Nobody wants to take you in. Everyone's everyone has Edomite fatigue, in other words, and it's starting to happen. It's starting to um increase, man. People are seeing that you're the problem. And Cade said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. See, now he wants to complain. Esau. So you punish someone who was innocent by unaliving. Now you're complaining when you're receiving your punishment and judgment. That's Esau, man. Esau does not like Esau, Cain, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, does not like to be held responsible, accountable for his bad deeds and action. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass for every one that findeth me shall slay me. NLT, you have banished me from the land and from your presence. You have made me a homeless wanderer. Anyone who finds me will unalive me. Okay, you can read the rest. You can read the rest. That was the point, really. Is a crash out. And again in Genesis chapter 27, I'm going to go straight to the point, really. Oh, um, I read Slacking for the Weight. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Yeah, let me go straight to the point. You can read the blessing, the whole chapter. Yeah, Jacob supplied for the blessing, but at the same time, first and foremost, it was ordained by Yahweh Shemashai, and it was said as Isaac and Rebecca inquired of a prophet. Um, the elder should serve the younger. So it was already prophesied that Jacob will have, is the rightful heir and have the mega blessing, right? And it just, when they were born, it played out how the Lord wanted to play out. Well, things you can point out, because the Lord will say, Jacob stole the blessing and all of that. Okay, that's what they want to say. But the question that you should ask, why didn't, first of all, Esau sold his birthright to Jacob? Okay, that's one. Yeah. Well, that's number two. Number one is the Lord set up and the Lord said what it was before they were born. That's number one. Everything, thus saith the Lord is always first. Number two, Esau sold his birthright. They had a verbal contract, right? And number three, if Esau was an honest person, why didn't he tell his father Isaac that he already gave his birthright blessing uh, to Jacob? Yeah. So Esau was subtle. Yeah? Esau was moving slick. You sold your birthright, but you want your dad to give you the birthright blessing. That's a bit greedy. But anyways, that's besides the point. The point of this video is Esau's a crash out when things don't go his way. Genesis 27:41. You can read from the top. I'm just going to get straight to the point. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing whether his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. He wanted to unalive his brother, just like Cain unalived um, Abel. Verse 42, these words of Esau, her eldest son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau has touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to unalive thee. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise, flee thou to Laban, my brother, to Haran, and tarry with him a few days until thy brother's fury turn away. Yeah. Okay. This is Hebrews 12:16. It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. Yeah, so that's Esau's characteristics. As it says in the NLT, he's immoral or godless. Yeah, immoral and godless, profane, meaning outside the temple, unholy. Yeah, fornicator is sexually immoral and spiritually immoral. Every form of immorality. That's what Esau is, man. Yeah, all that vile behavior, that vile impulsive behavior Esau promotes it. It comes from him. The LGB freakism, yeah, man with beast, swinger, orgy groups, yeah, that Diddy party spirit. That's Esau, man. The sexual revolution, feminism, Esau. Yeah, and it says, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. He's no integrity, no integrity. Yeah, and he's the original sellout. He sold his birthright, man. Yeah, and guess what? Which is funny because if you want to get up in this wicked society, the things you got to do is sell out, sow your soul. Yeah, yeah. Ditch your morality, ditch your faith, ditch your integrity. See, so you're actually become when you get up in this wicked society, you know, and they offer you dark positions, and when you go through dark rooms and stuff like that and do dark backdoor deals, yeah, you start selling out, man. Okay, which is the spirit of Esau, because Esau sold his birthright. So what he's going to teach you in his world, for you to become accepted by him, you need to learn how to sell out too, because that's what Esau did. Yeah, Esau is the original crush out. Esau is the original murderer and oppressor. Esau is the original sellout. Verse 17, for you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. Yeah, yeah, it's too late for repentance, man. Yeah, and Esau sought it carefully with tears. He's got crocodile tears. It's fake. Yeah, that's why the scripture says never trust thine enemy, man. Sirach 12 and 10. He's always pump faking, man. Sway, what's it called? What is it? Bait and switch. And really and truly, he can't help himself because that's his that's his nature. That's his characteristic. He's a snake. Revelation 12 and 12. It says, therefore, now this is going to be Esau's ultimate crash out in these end times. Revelations 12 and 12, and it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Yeah. And the NLT is saying that, disaster or terror is coming upon the earth, on the world. Yeah. And it's going to explain why. For the devil, which is Esau, Edom, and so-called white man, starting with the elites, the wicked rulers of the world. Job 9:24. It says, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, yeah, great anger, yeah, recklessness and mercilessness that he wants to unleash on the earth. Jacob's trouble, Daniel's 12 from the top, Jeremiah 13:5. And it says, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Yeah. So there's going to be a desperate, as they say, a desperate Hail Mary attempt, you know, to lash out and crash out, on the world, but in particular towards Jake, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Hispanics, those that scattered and believe in the Lord Yahweh Shemshai. Why does he has a short time? Because the Lord is making his return. That's one reason. What's another reason? Because he's been exposed. He's been exposed by the prophets of the Lord, man. Starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Great Millstone on down, and brothers worldwide preaching the truth in the spirit of Yahweh Shemshai. Yeah, he's been exposed. Not only that, people in the world, even heathens and even, you know, yeah, people in the world in general are starting to realize that all these quote unquote conspiracy theories are actually true. You want to talk about the Epstein files, Hollywood, controlled opposition, the fake news, the media is run by the CIA and stuff like that. It's all orchestrated to capture the minds of the people. People are waking up that these governments or these political parties voting is useless. They're all in unison. See, people are waking up. People are waking up to the BS. Um, was it like liberal messages that they want to push out in these movies and music videos and so forth to get people to conform to their ideologies. Yeah. People are sick and tired, man. People are waking up to the poisons of the food. Yeah. These major corporations, private or public health sectors are really not for your best interests. People are waking up. This is why these elites are so invested in AI technology, so they can just have and the mark of the beast, MOTB, RFID, NFC, body implants. Yeah, so they want to implement that so they can have total control and people don't resist. Yeah, because a lot of people are waking up, man. Yeah, a lot of people are waking up. But that's it, really, man. So Esau's gonna crash out. You know, curfews, military patrols, uh, harsher restrictions online, especially, or your credentials, your towards your identification, your bank ID and so forth. Yeah, it's just gonna be total control when that C hip is gonna be pushed. Anyways, with that, all praise be to Yahweh, B'Shem Shah, B'Shem Kakadash. The honor to the elders and apostles of great most of the world. Shalom to the elect.